thanks so much for spending your Tuesday morning with us. I know that the youngsters are home from school right now and probably getting a little bit antsy. There's another week or so before they're heading back, and what to do with them. Well, there's a great show happening right now at Prairie Theatre Exchange. I am joined by two of the actors, Glenn Thompson, Jane Tester, both of you from Little Munsch on the Prairie. So, Jane, tell me a little bit about this show.
Well, it's a kid show based around Robert Munsch stories, but we also have a plot. We're all prairie animals. I'm a prairie dog.
I'm a wild turkey, and there's another guy named Andrew, and he's a toad.
Okay. And so how do your characters tell the story then? Like, how does it work? Are there classic Robert Munsch tales then?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but the story is we're three animals that live on the prairie, and then one day we see this mysterious it right in the middle of where we play. And through Robert Munsch stories, we try to figure out how to deal with this it and what we should do about it.
And so is this the same it that we're about to see then?
Yeah, this
Okay.
is where we discover the it for the first time and trying to figure out what should we do about it.
All right, well, let's check this it out.
Do you know what it is?
Do I know what it is? Well, how can you even ask such a question? You know? Of course I know.
There's nothing he doesn't know.
That's right.
So what is it?
What? This?
Yes, that.
This? That? This? That? This? That? This? That? Isn't it obvious?
Not to me.
Me neither.
Knuckleheads.
So what is it?
Do I gotta tell you guys everything?
Not everything, just this.
Well, fine. All right. Judging by the color, I would say that this is a dark...
A dark?
A what?
A dark.
Yes. Yeah, a dark. Oh,
Toad, this could be dangerous.
oh you want to believe it?
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
You can say that again.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh my goodness. Okay, looks like a lot of fun. So of course, dark, one of the stories that you're telling, right?
Yeah, so that leads into the first story, which is the dark.
Okay.
Which Prairie Dog has this book in her place, and she brings it out and say, hey, we can tell the story of the dark, and we'll be able to figure out what to do about
What
it.
did they do in the story? Maybe that'll help us
I
learn
gotcha.
what to do with it.
Sure.
Yeah.
And what are some of the other stories that you touch on then?
Okay, then after that, it's show and tell.
Oh, I love
Pigs?
that one.
Yeah,
Pigs.
pigs.
Okay.
50 below zero.
50 below zero.
Winnipeggers
and,
have to love that, right?
yeah, and
I'm so embarrassed.
I'm so embarrassed.
Okay, so touching definitely on some of his classics. Now, the two of you, were you Robert Munsch fans when you got into this? You said that you knew a lot of his stories.
Oh yeah, like the funny thing is I've seen the previous Munch shows when I was a kid, and our
Okay.
director acted in them, and he's like, "Oh, I'm terribly old if you're now acting in something you saw when you were 6." But so it was a huge thrill for me to do this show. But,
Wonderful.
yeah, I read the books.
Now, you were actually kind of introduced to the books through
Well,
this,
yeah,
right?
no, I really didn't read them growing up, and it was kind of, oh, this is great, fun. You get to be big and wild and crazy, and yeah, it's great.
And how are the audiences taking to this? Roughly what age group are you playing to?
It's written for 6 to 10, but we've had everything from 6 months to 85.
Okay.
It's everyone. It's just families bring their families.
And do the kids recognize the stories? Are they ones they've obviously heard before?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and then sometimes they'll yell out words in the story because they're repetitive and they know them, so they'll
the
keep saying,
rhythms.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really funny.
And that sort of thing doesn't faze you at all as actors. You're used to the
No.
kids being a little spontaneous?
Well, if you forget your line, you'll get the line from the
yeah,
audience.
you gotta love that, right? Or if you say the wrong one, someone's there to correct you and
Yeah.
get you back
Yeah.
on track. That's great stuff. And of course, it's running at Prairie Theatre Exchange right now until Sunday.
Yep.
Okay, well, here's the thing. It looks good, doesn't it? Sounds good. And we have a family pack of 4 tickets that we are giving away. If you want a chance to win these, you're going to have to email us, win@chumtv.com. Please make sure that you leave your name and your phone number so we can get back in touch with you and let you know. This is for the Saturday performance, January 3rd, so the night before closing, hey?
Yep.
Yes.
1 week left, and anything that you'd like to say to any kids that are coming out to check this one?
Bring your parents.
Good call, right?
Yeah, just come have fun. It's a nice inexpensive entertainment before you go
Wonderful.
back to school. So-
And there's a dance number that kind of brings down the
Yes,
house.
yeah.
Oh.
Not giving away too much.
And do the kids get to dance along too?
Oh, sure,
They,
yeah.
they can dance
they're
and
jumping
scream
around.
and yell
yeah.
the whole time. It's great.
There you go. A great thing to do with your kids if you need some way to keep them entertained in this next week. Well, all the best with the show, and I can tell you it's going to be a great time seeing some of those stories come to life. We've got to be taking a break. We'll be back with the top searches of 2008.
Do you know what it is?
Do I know what it is? Well, how can you even ask such a question? You know? Of course I know.
There's nothing he doesn't know.
That's right.
So what is it?
What? This?
Yes, that.
This? That? This? That? This? That?
This Christmas
that?
at Prairie Theatre Exchange, you can bring your kids to watch Little Munch on the Prairie, well, obviously a Prairie rendition of 5 Munch stories. And here with me now, Jane is the prairie dog. Glenn is the turkey. People don't normally call you turkey, do they? And then Andrew is the toad. Now, first of all, we'll talk with Jane. You look like you're really enjoying having a tail, Jane.
They just put it on the other day, so
Yeah.
it was my first time shaking it a bit. So it's adorable.
I always wanted to know what it meant to shake it.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me. So tell me a little bit. There's 5 stories that you're portraying. What are they?
Oh man, 50 Below Zero. I'm so embarrassed. The Dark. Pigs.
Show and tell.
Well, I'm glad you guys know what you're doing.
Not necessarily in that order, though.
Oh, okay. Was the order important?
Well, for us to remember it, yes.
Tell me a little bit. The prairie theme. I mean, obviously, Robert Munch didn't write about the prairies. How does that fit in with what you're portraying?
Yeah, well, as you can see, we're 3 animals who live on the prairie just outside this barn here. And one day, we wake up and we discover a mysterious it on our prairie scene here. And we've never seen it before, and we're trying to figure out what it is and what it's doing here. And so to figure it out, we tell Robert Munch stories to help us figure out what it is and how to deal with it.
Say that this is a dark.
A dark?
A what?
A dark.
Yes. Yeah, a dark.
Told this could be dangerous.
Oh, you want to believe it?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, you can say that again.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Oh, darks are notoriously dangerous.
Oh, soporific.
Carcinogenic.
Oh, body.
Atomic.
Is this the mysterious it that we've seen a little bit?
That is it. That's, yes, that's the it, but how much do we want to say about the it, guys? Do we want to just say it's a mysterious
It's
it?
mysterious.
It's mysterious. We
More mysterious as the show goes on.
Oh, okay. Well, the person who seems to know all about it, of course, is the toad. So how come you seem to be the all-knowing one here?
I think I might just be the one who thinks he's all-knowing. But because I've got these amazing muscles, I have to deal with most of the problems.
These are the muscles on your head we're looking at?
The muscles on my head and the ones sewn onto my costume, yeah.
and the muscles in his head too. Yes.
So, but you came up with the term the dark, but you seem to know more about it. What do you think a dark is?
Oh, the Dark. It's the story. The Dark comes from that, and it's another mysterious aspect to the show, and it's just a force that eats shadows. It's kind of scary, but not too scary.
That's our first. That's what Prairie Dog thinks it is at first, because it seems to be a little bit dark, and that's all she can come up with is, well, it must be a dark. And so how do we deal with it? And then it's like, oh right, that Robert Munch book that we read called The Dark. Let's tell that story, and then we'll figure out how we can deal with this thing that's here in the prairie.
So that's the book that she produces. Is that what it is?
Yep, the Dark.
Okay, and you keep it in an old truck.
Well, this is my home. That's where I live, in a burnt-out truck.
Okay. Well, I was wondering why a book would come from a truck. Okay. What do you guys enjoy? This is sort of out of the norm for you. What do you enjoy about playing rather ridiculous characters?
Well, just being able to be really big, really silly. It's almost clown-like you do a lot of clown acting. So yeah, that's the funnest part for me.
Yeah. How about for you?
Pretty much the same thing. Plus, I get to be really, really bossy in this show, which I enjoy.
Yeah, you don't like to let on that you don't know what's going on.
No, I know everything. Everything.
And Jane, what do you enjoy most?
Well, yeah, it's been a challenge to be big because I am big to begin with, but it's been a challenge to go further. And, well, being adorable, that's not really a challenge because I'm kind of adorable.
Oh, is that in or out of costume?
Both. See? Adorable.
Okay, so she knows how to shake it. So you got to come and see Little Munch on the Prairie. It's here at Prairie Theatre until January 4th. For Shot TV, I'm Jeremy Valens.
You play my mother. You start chopping vegetables in the kitchen. You be my dad. You come in later.
Got it.